भगवान श्री योगीराम सूरत कुमार की योगीराम सूरत कुमार, योगीराम सूरत कुमार, योगीराम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया। Yogi Ram Sura Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Ram 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 Surat Kumar Jaya Guru Raya Surat Kumar Yogi Ram Surat Kumar Jaya Guru Raya. भगवान श्री योगी राम सूरत कुमार की जय। सर्वं योगी राम सूरत कुमारार्पणमस्तु। With deep gratitude and our grateful pranams, we have offered the Nama lotuses at the lotus feet of Bhagavan. And today we shall see one more story. When in Sudama, Bhagavan made me read book after book after book. Those 7 years, several books were read out to Bhagavan. And one of them was the stories told by Swami Vivekananda. Here and there, that time there was no such book, but then here and there we came across stories as narrated by Swami Vivekananda, and today we shall see one more of them. There was a well some distance away from an ocean. Now in that well, there was a frog. The frog was dark in color, and it was happily living there all the time, hopping from one place to the other in the water, eating up all the worms and insects that lived there in the water and around. It was having quite a happy time, and he thought the world of the well. Meaning, for this frog, there was nothing more at all than the well it lived in. One day, when the frog was sleeping, there was a great noise, as though someone or something had dropped into the water of the well. And the frog opened its eyes to see a similar frog, somewhat different in color, jumping about. It had fallen down by mistake. And then this black frog, the well frog, was happy to see this. After offering welcome to the new frog, the well frog asked, "You look like me. Where are you from?" That visitor frog said, "I am from the ocean, nearby." Then the frog of the well said, "Ocean? Is it as big as this well?" Then the visitor frog laughed and laughed. "Oh, don't you know? The ocean is so vast and deep. This is several hundred times more than this well." Now, the well frog said, "What are you saying? This well is so big, nothing else can be bigger than this. You are lying." Then the ocean frog said, "No, you don't understand because you don't come out of this well. Come with me. I will show you how vast, how big it is." Now, the frog of the well said, "No, you are lying. The minute you disagree with what I said, I have understood that you are lying, and you want to make a fool of me. You think I'm a fool to believe whatever you say? You've just now dropped into this water, and then you say you are from an ocean which is several hundred times, 100,000 times more than this. I cannot believe it. And since you disagree with my truth, I will not agree with what you say. Only this well is big, and there can be no other well bigger than this. You are a liar. Now the ocean frog saw that this frog of the well was completely closed, meaning nothing would enter into its head. It was fixed in the idea that this well was the greatest and the vastest. It would be very difficult to convince this frog of the well of the truth. So the ocean frog left the place back to the sea waters. Now Swami Vivekananda says, just see, after this ocean frog left the well, the frog of the well was very happy. It prided itself, saying, oh, that frog tried to make a fool of me. He doesn't know how intelligent I am. I know the truth. And the truth is, this well is the biggest water body in the whole world. That fellow was trying to fool me. He doesn't know me. He doesn't know how intelligent I am. And saying that, it happily once again hopped from one place to the other in the water. Swami Vivekananda goes on to say, there are people like this frog of the well. They are so settled in their own ideas and thoughts, there is no space at all in their mind for anything else. Nor would they go into depths to find out if what the other is saying is true or not. They would be so fixed in their idea, they cannot accept anyone else's could be better. And then Swami Vivekananda says, don't be like the frog of the well. Do not think that what you know is the only truth. Be open-minded. Be open to new ideas and what others say. You could be very wrong. You could be far from truth. So don't be so sure that you are the only right person. Your idea is the only right idea. Listening to others, accepting their ideas and finding out if there is truth in it is culture, he says. What a word to use. So we should not be so closed to ideas from others, nor should we insist upon the correctness of our own idea. It is my truth. Your truth can be different. This world is Maya and is made up of relative truths. And it's not necessary that my truth should be your truth until we find the ultimate truth, where it should be everybody's truth. And what is it? That God alone exists. My Father alone exists. There is nothing else, no one else. So, this is what I read out to Bhagavan. There are many, many stories like this, which we used to read together. And let us remember this frog of the well in such a way that we would never be one like this. We shall now offer our today's prayer at the lotus feet of Bhagwan. Bhagwan, we beg you again and again, a million times, for your immediate divine intervention to bring forth a dharmic normalcy to this world in all aspects of life. There is so much violence going on, non-acceptance of the ideas. It's all because each one being the frog in the well, unable to accept that there could be bigger water bodies, there could be more relative truths around, and then it takes peace and unity, friendship and brotherhood to live in harmony. But what we see today, so much of violence everywhere, disharmony, disorder, chaos, and growing enmity between countries and countries, and there is already war going on with all its atrocities. Not to mention the attacks, the sudden attacks of new diseases, and the furies of nature like the earthquake, flash floods, and the forest fires, which they could not put out for months together. Now only Bhagwan, the cosmic controller, Bhagwan declared quite a few times, I am the cosmic controller. I run the whole cosmos. Bhagwan, we beg you to bring in peace, unity, growing friendship and brotherhood, mutual understanding, and readiness to give in to greater ideas, open-mindedness, and of course, control of violence of nature and the diseases. We beg you, Bhagwan, to uproot, to remove all the negativities of the human mind which are responsible for today's world. We also beg you to reach out to those people who have been stranded for some reason or the other in varied parts of the world. No matter what language they speak, what country they belong to, and what religion they've adopted, they are in a state of misery, distress, unable to get help or protection. They are calling out. We beg you to reach out to them and do the needful. We also beg you, Bhagwan, to help and protect all those unselfish people who have been slogging hard for the sake of the others from unhealthy reproaches and aspersion, which put blocks in constructive work. And Bhagwan, we beg you to promote, to give a boost to the economy of the country and to the growth of the country in varied fields of activity, like science and technology, and above all, arts and culture and spirituality, so that it flourishes and reaches the status of world teacher. It would conduct the whole world in the path of Dharma, just as you have predicted. We want it to happen sooner than later. We beg you for that. We also pray to you in all earnestness and sincerity and intensity for ceaseless chanting of your name an unbroken remembrance of your teachings and leelas. We should assimilate it in our system so that they would express themselves as sattvic activities, satkaryas. Please bless us to be only sattvic instruments in your hands. We don't want to be rakshasic instruments, rajasic and tamasic instruments in your hands, so that we can run our everyday life as an offering to you. And Bhagavan, please bless us not to be caught by the snares of Maya. Once we fall into the pit of Maya, it's very difficult to come out. We beg you to bless us with that ultimate state of peace and bliss, which is independent of any object or anyone. Bhagavan, we have to be purified before that, and we take refuge in your powerful Nama and unceasing chanting of this auspicious divine name and joyful service without any unhealthy competition and jealousy, and that in the spirit of surrender to you. Above all, we beg you to bless us to practice acceptance of whatever life brings to us, be it a joy or sorrow. For it's being given to us for our greater good and closer kinship with you. As we progress, if somewhat slowly, it still wouldn't matter, but soon we will be able to detect your living, vibrant presence everywhere and everything. And Bhagavan, please bless us. Enable us to see your sankalpa, your will behind all the happenings of life. It is your grand plan that is at work all the time. More importantly, we should be able to see your hidden grace even in the most devastating sufferings of life. When adversities happen all of a sudden, we are quite shaken up. We are unable to keep up our faith. We resent the Lord, our Bhagavan, and try to move away. And we put the blame on everyone else for our own failures, little realizing that it's we who have invited the adversities of life by our own past karmas. But then Bhagavan, being so generous and loving, would not have us move away from Him. He would convert all our difficulties into great blessings as He has promised. Bhagavan, we beg you to bless us to be grateful to you even for the adversities of life, knowing they are greater blessings for our greater good. We also seek your blessings for all the species of the cosmos, in whatever state of misery they are, to be lifted to a higher plane. And finally, we seek that liberation from the vicious cycle of births and deaths. We, as we live under the tyranny of ego, seeking solutions to the problems of life that arise endlessly like the waves of the ocean, we seek dissolution of this ego, the identity with the body. Bhagavan, please bless us for that immortal life, for that eternal living and eternal servitude to you, that supreme eternal power. Jai Yogi Ram Siddha Kumar.